getting ready. About 30 seconds till air. We are rolling tape. Guess I should figure out which one of those intros we're using, huh?
F.
All right, here we quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bring in right here inside Shroud Avatar, 5 days a week for your listening pleasure and entertainment. How's it out there? Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you guys joining us. For the record, today is Wednesday, January 4th, 2000, here in Shrouded Avatar. Off to quite an interesting start for the first quarter of 2017. All sorts of interesting things going on. So where do we want to jump right in? Or we want to...
We do have yesterday's stand-up, and we've hit another milestone. We're up to page 45 now. On
page 45,
stand-ups.
I saw that. I did see that. I kept refreshing, and I'm going, I know I saw a new one, but I was refreshing, and it wasn't a bunch. And I'm like, duh, hello.
New page.
Wake up, Laz. Yeah. Wake up.
Yeah, the topic of the week this week really is going to be macroing, just because of what's being said on the forums and what's being discussed, and how it actually impacts players. So macroing, botting, all of that stuff. So it's
been a hot topic, and of course it all Starr. And we've followed this, and it's gone on into different topics. There was a couple other... what was the other topic that were the forced connection issue that's going to be fixed?
Yeah, and I can actually talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Last night I did.
Let's not lose sight, but go ahead.
I was going to say I was actually out hunting last night, and I got into a party with someone, and I kept being attacked by invisible monsters. So I was suffering from the sync-desync issues. So... And
gotcha.
I went into the scene without a party, and so something within it was broken, and I actually witnessed someone die to like 7 wolves because they couldn't see anything.
So they couldn't see them, but you could, is basically what it was?
Yeah, so there is a huge sync-desync issue, and that is part of the exploit, because if you reset the instance, like that person logs out, that is the master, and then it will actually freeze all the monsters in the scene for a little bit.
Ah, very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those things that some people have decided to exploit, and that's where rule number 1 of DBAD really needs to be enforced. Yes,
we can't say it more than we've ever said it before. Of course, also is defined by you, the players, us, the players, the actual community. So, I mean, if the community is abusing their own product,
well, yeah, I
mean, first off, what does that say? You're helping develop this product, but you're abusing the living daylights out of it for your own self stuff. Let's start with that, and then you're causing chaos, because now we've got to get into this discussion as to, why things, good stuff. But plenty of discussion out there, that's for sure. And we're going to be tackling some more of it today. Discussions out there as well going on.
And don't forget that we do invite everybody to come join us for the discussions in Discord. Just go to discord.me/nbnn, or you can always find it on the NBNN website. Just go to nbnn.info and click on the Discord button.
Just come right on in.
That is
right.
a weird song that Spiff is playing.
I know. It's sort of...
it's like, I'm confused. It's like, is this the sound broken, or is this the song? And
it's probably one of Spiff's new songs that is an old song that he's just now playing with.
Oh, yeah.
How about we get in with something a little peppy? Let's get into some stand-up before we get into some commentary and discussion today.
Stand-up corner?
Actually, you know what? Why don't we... okay. We'll do stand-up because we've already announced it. We do have release 37.5 notes to go over also. I don't know if you saw those last night. Yes, 37.5, yes.
Yeah.
Were released yesterday. But let's get the stand-up knocked out for the boys and girls up here.
So... this is yesterday's stand-up. Remember, today is January 4th, so this is the stand-up from yesterday, January 3rd. So over in the art department, Bob said he was working on the pristine Gothic water home.
Over.
Yep. Getting some new...
Bob.
New guy, Damon, working on software setup.
Damon Waltrip, the new guy.
That's right. Software setup and pipeline tour. He's trying to figure out where the pipeline goes. I'm sure that Gix
All he's got to do is go speak
pipe.
to... I was going to say, he's got to go speak to Brittany. She'll show him how to lay the pipe.
Oh, yeah, that too. And the game review and play testing. But Gix is here with us, so we can talk.
That's right.
To him. Yes. Fletcher... keep going.
Nope. Fletch.
Fletcher working on Release 38 assets and the Shogun integrations. Yes. Kevin working on Release 38 review. Leo the sound guy. He's trying to Elemental.
The sound guy. Gotta love the sound guy.
Elementals and Coyotes. So I wonder if Leo's wearing the 3 wolf shirt while he's working on the Coyote sounds.
He should be wearing his wolf hat on top of the shirt.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Matt, the almighty Gix Vargach, still trying to figure out how to waltz as he emotes around.
Or pirouette and do the ballet. Do we have any previews of that by any?
Well,
got any of that sitting there? I know. I'm watching to switch over in case he decides to
stand
bless us with a little preview. That's right.
I did that quickly, so then it's like you have to remember 30-second delay.
30 second delay. That's right. 30 seconds.
It's like, where is he? Well, it doesn't look like he's doing anything. Then after that, Reed is also working on the Shogun Townhome. Scotty working on Xenos Happy Streets and warehouses.
Jones.
That's right.
Happy Streets. I got to hear the story behind that. Happy Streets.
Well, the Happy Streets are where on the statues from the asset store, the penises were rotated up.
Ah, okay.
Just like in the Goonies. Someone glued the penis on incorrectly.
Yep.
Yes. Then over in design,
Never mind.
Never mind, class. Brandon working on merchants and Shogun assets. Seawolf.
He said assets. Seawolf.
Working on the siege and counter mountain cliffs and battle camps. Then Dan was working on the decoration prefabs and player towns. That's right. Fire Lotus working on Release 38 tasks. Sanio working on the prefab updates and Vauban Pass. Lum the Mad. Working on the Courage Story Path and Valhold Polish and...
Courage.
Well, he's the
3
cowardly lion.
months. 3 months.
At least 3 months. And
Courage.
High Veil bugs.
Bug.
Sorcerer
Holy
Steve's.
crap, that was the first bug.
I know. First bug of the day. It's like, that's the first shot for everybody. Sorcerer Steve's touching up Brookside. Now, when he's touching Brooke's side, I wonder how much he had to pay for her first.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's actually touching Brooke's side.
Are you sure? I mean, that's what it says right here, Brooke's side.
Yeah, well.
Then Travis is working on Blood Bay and a new dungeon.
Ooh, new dungeon.
New dungeon. Ooh, new dungeon. Over in tech, we had over in tech, Bobby working on mouse
new
bugs.
and improved monsters.
Yeah. Bobby working on mouse bugs.
Bug.
And the Rune user face center updates and crash logs. Eric working on the Node canvas updates and talking equipment.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Going to talk?
Equipment is going to talk to you.
Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah,
my
right.
sword's going to be talking back going, I'll tell you where you can stick this thing, pal.
Well, it's the singing sword.
Hello. Yeah, like that's what I said.
Hey.
Is my sword's going to tell me where I can stick it.
That's right. The singing sword does have quite the ego, so you'll have to deal with that. Then Wizard Smoke working on skill support and masterworking and chat windows.
Yay!
Yay!
Separatable chat windows.
Yes, pretty soon we will be able to pull out individual chat windows and have them all over your screen. I would like the same for health bars.
We were promised that about a year and a half ago after somebody came back on their honeymoon. Low-hanging fruit.
Hey, low-hanging fruit. Yep. Taslo working on forums update because they did do a forums upgrade over the holidays, and metric support and the bundle store. Over in QA, that's right.
Is that anything like our wrench today?
It is just like the wrench. Yes, it is. Over in QA, Eric was working on the sanity test and forums and Lord British support.
Oh, we need that Lord British support. Because,
That's right.
All those guys out there say he doesn't do anything around here. What a slacker.
No, I know. He never does anything. He just sits there and says, you know what, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and then...
Y'all need to get to work and make my damn game.
That's right. Then, what do you want to say, Thex?
So didn't they fire that guy?
I don't know. I mean, I think he's still on here.
I don't know. I think he wears the crown.
Slacker.
I know.
It's like that other useless overhead they have down in the office.
Exactly. Reese is
We
working
love
on...
you guys. You guys
Yes.
know we're just joking.
Yes. Reese is working on the sanity test and Jira cleanup and forums. And Seraphina is working on customer service and band support.
Ooh, Seraphina helping with that band hammer.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, that cheery customer support that only she can give.
That's right. Our production management, another group, we had the Dippy Bird working on the Perforce migration plan and the leads meeting and design meetings. The almighty Zardoz, a.k.a. Gorn, working on the red Speedo while he's doing some general business.
General business.
And the leads meeting and metrics.
Waiting on them metrics. Can't wait to see those.
Yep. Then Barrick was working on community and reports and forums. Hutch was working on the Shogun assets review and plan and Damon setup and process tour and leads meeting. And Lord British, he was functioning as useless overhead as he was writing bugs. And smelling the game. He was smelling the game.
Bees in the morning.
It's like, does it pass the sniff test? Depends on how ripe it is. Chaos was working on the...
skirts.
He's working on the Shogun bundle data plan and task management, daemon support, and customer service support.
Customer service.
Yes, and then Dark Star was doing the useless overhead as he worked on the leads meeting and Shogun review and dungeon direction and character and visual effects review.
Yeah, he's not busy.
Not busy at all.
Does nothing.
And that
is what our devs said they were working on in their stand-up corner yesterday. Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Sid. Thank you very much. Thank you. But yes, I did bypass right over 37.5. I forgot that came out late last night. And I had to get a kick out of it because I guess the push right before the Christmas break is what they're calling 37.5. And, of course, that's up on the front page. At least it was. Let's double check.
I'm loading it right now.
Yep.
So, from release 37.5, new water homes, Shogun houses, Shogun wearables, and new emotes. So, lots of things were added to the add-on store over the holidays, including the new armor for the Shoguns, guards.
Nah, let's talk about some of this new armor, by the way.
Wow.
Let's read, There was a couple of things that somebody brought to my attention on this, and I'm looking for the right one.
Well,
it's in the add-on store. That's what it is.
Okay, well, I mean, we'll have to click on that in a little bit. But the guard armor is 5 pieces, including chest, helmet, gauntlets, boots, and legs. The Shogun armor is 4 pieces, which is chest, helmet, gloves, boots, and legs. The Ardoris Priestess robes are going to be 2 pieces, which is the robes and the headpiece. And then housing, they do have a bunch of new houses that were water houses.
That's right.
That were added. So lots of those, including the Shogun one-room village house. And this is where I think that pretty soon we're going to see on the add-on store the bundles for the Shogun package.
Yeah, they should be coming out just about any time now.
And don't forget the new street lamps, as well as the obsidian floor lamps, and the Elven Globe 2-story home, and the new emotes, which we got before. So we talked about it before.
Well, just as soon as they came out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got Shiver and Warm Hands.
That's in Dragon Brightbone Pass, so they even tell you where to get them.
Well, yes. I mean, I went out and ran them, but I just had to forget whether I got them or not. That's all.
I don't have those. I know that.
I do have the golf clap and the baton twirl and the baton throw, yes.
Well, last night I was abusing the golf clap during someone's wedding.
Yeah, somebody was abusing a bunch of shit during that.
I loved the golden rain last night during the golden showers. What's up with those golden showers?
Regrets on the nuptials or anything?
You already cheated on me. It's like, could you wait for 24 fucking hours?
I know, you dirty bastard. And that's our release notes for release 37.5, by the way. But let's talk about that wedding real quick. I mean, because we do have the...
No, actually, I want to go talk about this...
I was the groom, but we were both pregnant. So
they were both pregnant. Yes. So I want to go look at this add-on store real quick because this is going to be an interesting little twist that I believe our viewers, as well as many others, are going to be interested in, as well as myself and yourself. And when you see it.
So what are we looking for? Give me clues.
We're looking for the new Shogun clothing. Start with the Ardoris Shogun armor, and you're going to bring that up.
Okay, so this one says that it comes in 5 pieces, including chest helmet, gloves, boots, and legs, where the earlier description said it was 4 pieces.
Okay, that wasn't the one. Theodore.
Are you referring to the guard? That one definitely comes with 5. And
they may have changed it. Hold on, I'm looking.
Looks like it comes with wings.
There was a note in here that when molds became available, that you would be able to make of these once you bought them from the add-on store. And I'm looking for that on this one garment here, which is what was brought to my attention.
I think they changed it.
But as soon as I find it, I will bring it back up.
You know what? There's still time to buy the holiday value packs. Considering I haven't bought them yet. It's like, whoops.
Yeah, I do not see that blurb anymore.
Okay. Time for you to get busy.
But, I was... we're going to be looking for some other place. I'm going to go research this because we saw it, and I don't know where it is or why. Apparently, it's coming. Maybe somebody jumped the gun on that one.
Our friend Justin is telling us that it's on the front page, not on where you're thinking.
Okay. Let's go to the front page real quick.
Oh, you can purchase these in the add-on store, and when molds launch in Q1, you will even be able to craft limited numbers after purchase.
There it was.
So, yeah.
But that's not on the update that we just read on the other side, which is the actual update.
No, that's in 37.5 notes. I just skipped it.
I just didn't see it.
And they also say that it will be featured in the upcoming Shogun bundles. So yes, that's what I get for not reading the entire thing to everybody. Yeah. That's why it's called Interpret the News.
What the hell do you want? We don't know anything. We're just a couple idiots. Sit here and talk to ourselves for an hour a day.
Hey. I don't know what you're talking about.
But now let's talk about that. Okay, this is now selling rares, basically.
Well, if you can craft those rares, which means that the mold needs to be greater than the cost of the actual item, because they said that the mold can be used to craft more than one of the items.
But a limited amount. So it's going to be just like a regular mold. You'll guesses, and once your uses are gone, it's kaput, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Then of course, I'm sure we're going to have the debate of whether the mold is going to be repairable to get more.
It shouldn't be.
I mean,
so.
Well, you know what I'm saying. We're already speculating on that. We're not even on today's topic and this week's topic. Touched on the wedding. Yeah. What a interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Wedding last night.
It was fun. I loved all the golden showers.
Yeah. Now. For an impromptu wedding, I think I performed quite the service for.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Next to zero notice, as I was ushered to a waiting crowd and said, "Please marry us." And
well, it started with some messages inside of Discord.
Yes, well,
Laz,
it started with some messages inside game and Discord. Yes, unfortunately, I wasn't there when those. Written more funny.
It was a shotgun wedding.
Yes.
Everybody was pregnant. That's pretty scary. I mean, so Thex, I mean, as the groom/bride, because you were pregnant, tell us about it. Your love of not Thex. I'm sorry, not Thex. I'm sorry.
I was going to say hello. Hey now.
Confusing the
participants. There's not much to say. We were both pregnant, but I do want to make it clear that I'm the man.
Yeah. Well,
okay. So,
luckily for you, I happen to have some gender-neutral, same-sex nuptials that I was able to pull off there for you. I do have these things actually prepared. There is a reason why we call it weddings and more by Laz. Yes. See, had you given me more than 5 minutes notice, I would have actually had you sit down and discussed the nuptials and given you copies so that you guys could have done it right. But, you know,
No, I don't think there was anything right
out there
about it.
cheating on you within 24 hours. That was as right as it was going to be to begin with. So.
Yeah, I think it worked perfectly. I think everything went swimmingly.
Is while there was a PvP fight going on throughout, so the band played on, the minister performed the ceremony, and people were dying all around.
Well, yeah, while we were waiting for someone to actually do
it was quite the interesting scene. Yes, it was.
I was
While we were
standing off
waiting
to the
for an
side as the
official.
witness. Yeah.
Yeah, they started the PvP. We thought that maybe there wasn't going to be a wedding because we couldn't find anyone to officiate, and Audacity and those nuts were killing each other, and so but it all worked out in the end.
Speaking of which, I also did pass on my skull is now in the Hall of Skull.
Nice, congratulations.
Audacity picked that up for delivery to the hall, so my skull will reside alongside of Lord British's and the other skulls in the Hall of Skulls.
How many times did you have to die for your skull to pop up?
It took the one off the. It's gone.
Okay, so you didn't die multiple times in PvP, so that way no one
only
can
one
claim
in existence.
So no one can claim that bounty unless they steal that skull.
That's right. We're making it even tougher for them.
Yeah, I know. It would have been nicer if you flagged for PvP and then let people kill you.
With the proper PvP-ness.
Yeah, Christian any day.
Yep. You're killing me, Smalls.
Julian, you're
where are you going now?
I love this shit. All right, moving right along. Let's talk a little bit more about our topic. We want to touch on the Soul Town vendors real quick, just for giggles and grins. But we'll end with the Soul Town vendors.
Well, we know that there's a soapbox that we can get onto that's really, really big. So let's talk about the Soul Town vendors real quick, because that won't take long to talk about.
No. This was a very interesting topic, and let me pull up the main topic that we can, at least the original OP as we call it, and this is from Vlad out there, Vladimir Bengum's full name. I hope I'm not butchering that too bad, but he's gone and decided to give all the vendors out his own sort of report card, as it may be. And I was made aware of this post through the grapevine. Somebody said, "Hey, Laz, did you see Vlad's report?" And I was like, "Oh, you gotta give me a link." And I went out and took a look, and I got a good laugh. And gotta admit, he's got a couple valid points, but I really need to find out if he's taking this from the newbie standpoint because he's the newbie and he's looking for all these little perks, or whether he's just one of our old hats and he's criticizing us for what we're doing, which is really what it sounds like.
Well, yeah, he doesn't call you out as doing something negative because you are.
No,
but he does ask
not.
that you provide more newbie-ish items on your vendor.
Potions, hello.
Yeah, well, and he goes, yours is somewhat reasonable. I encourage you to drop half of the recall and teleports and stock up and other useful things. Pretty good job. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But of course, I had to go and comment on that only because, and I'll get a laugh because I'm Laz.
Did you post your screenshot of your store?
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
so you did do my one request. So I mean, because I haven't refreshed this for a while.
So I had to, while I appreciated his candor, I'll stick with what I do because there is that was actually mostly one sale. Aside from the animal collars, all those scrolls were bought by one person. So if I dropped the amount of scrolls that I had available, I could not make these kind of sales. And this is sort of what my daily sales looks like. I always have sales coming, and I've got 5-6 vendors out there now. Those were just what happened in Soul 10 that day. That's not including my vendors in Etzer, the vendor here in Owl's Head, the vendor over in Snug Harbor, the vendor over in... you understand? So
absolutely.
telling somebody not to sell as much as they sell, Clay, you stick to your
See, I love the fact that your character has a grand total of 393 gold, which most people don't understand. Yes, we are broke most of the time because we turn around and we spend all of our money on reagents, wood scrap.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I collect that gold. Yeah. I go out and I buy reagents, and they go in the box for the next batch, and that's what we do. But I've probably got about $1 million out there in inventory right now. If I had to cash it all in. Yeah.
Well, I know I personally have like 300 of each type of scroll inside of a chest on my lot because I'm waiting for the inventory to start going down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, geez, what I got right on me. I've got 77 teleports and over person right now. So
yeah, I've got 57 recalls and 72 teleports on me.
I'm always ready to restock and go. Due to the fact that there was some commentary, it's a funny thing that somebody had come to me, another new player, and said, "Listen, if you really sold some empty flasks," and of course I went and put some empty flasks out there just for giggles and grin after that person said that, and sold some like 20 minutes later, which made me laugh.
That's funny. Yeah.
Now, of course, health potions and stuff like that I find useless. There's no markup on them. There's no real. There's just no business in them. I don't use them. Well, I don't know many people who do use them. Mostly it's the newbies and
as soon as they run out of their inventory, that's when they get rid of them. I think I still actually have my original potions still on me.
I have them in my bank. Yeah. Or I don't do them. I think I just threw them in the bank just to preserve them for. You'll be surprised what people are collecting. I see people out there collecting the expired collections. So just about everything, including lottery tickets, are collectible here in this game.
Well, I use the expired lottery tickets as toilet paper in my outhouse.
Yes, I know. They're handily available.
Yeah, just pull one out and be done with it. Now, Merc, those greenhouses that you see before you go fertilize them, I want you to know those aren't Laz's. Those are mine.
Okay.
So when you threaten Laz that you're going to go fertilize his greenhouses,
you ain't threatening me, pal. Yeah. I don't own any greenhouse.
Oh, that wasn't
me.
He does. Somebody else.
Yeah. Laz does have a greenhouse. It's out in, I believe, Estgard.
That's not Laz's.
It's on your. Well, okay, it's not the character Laz's, but I can't tell people.
That was Valor. Yeah. That was my wife.
That was your wife that was threatening that. Okay.
Yep.
But I have the next topics, of course, this week's hottest topic up on screen. We've got the macros and botting aloud, and then, of course, this is jumped over after that to somebody started a new thread called Devs. Please define meaning of macros properly, please. And This was directed directly to Dark Starr, our executive producer, Starr Long. Yes. And Starr actually does come back, and he calls out Barracuda to say, hey, we need clarification. And again, Tongue Devil, I love him. That's why I call him the Silver Tongue Devil.
Well, I mean, the Silver Tongue Deviled is that they are not going to provide a specific definition of what is or not allowable. You
want to read it for everybody?
Yeah, that's what I was doing right now.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I was doing right now. I mean, that's what he says verbatim. They got into trouble by saying that they allowed attended macros, and exploiters went nuts with that loophole, so now they have to have a zero tolerance policy. They also have to intentionally leave the definition vague to leave us complete freedom to enforce whatever macros are harming the game and not be limited by specifics. They apologize for any inconvenience or stress this causes all of you. Please be assured, though, that we are not just going to indiscriminately start banning people who are using multi-button mouses.
Yes.
Now, this is one where in Discord, I interpret this as D-bad.
D-bad.
Yeah, so by them leaving that policy as completely open, this is something that people do start getting into a huge discussion about, that it does allow for favoritism, it does allow for all kinds of interpretations, but if you are using a macro to turn around and do one task a couple of times, that's not going to get you banned. But if you do that same thing thousands of times, that will get you banned.
But they're not necessarily saying that.
He's not saying that because...
If you're, say,
yeah,
using your own crops, technically that may not get you banned. If you're harvesting water and selling it for a profit, technically that's what they're... We're drawing just different...
Yeah.
You know, there are so many different variants of what could be seen and what couldn't be seen that it wobbles the mind. Okay.
Can you guys give an example of an attended macro that's going nuts? I mean, I don't see how you could have a macro that's attended going nuts.
I gotta love Darkstar because he's absolutely right to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And I can argue against it as well. This is what... absolutely. They need as broad of a range as they can have, so that, yes, if they deem something, you know, game damaging, they can call it. But if they start giving us specifics, which they started to do, they says, okay, we're not going to bust your balls. And we did this very early on, where they weren't doing anything before we went to early access, when we were still in, before we changed the name to early access.
Well, they did ban a couple of people, but those were the ones that were the most egregious.
Identify who the real botters are. I mean, they're looking for people who are changing the game. They're getting gold from doing basically, they're getting experience and skills from doing, you know, basically nothing. And again, is today's Twitter post is a quote titled Pulp Friction, because many of us use simple macros to do these repetitive tasks. And as we went into yesterday's show, as we're here, the abuse it takes is basically what it comes down to, of what we got to go through just to manufacture scrolls to put out there for sale. Now, that doesn't include if I had to actually go out, and this has changed my play style, because since I broke the wrist when I was up that, so I had to play for a while left-handed, so really handicapped. So I couldn't do a lot. So I had to start buying materials because I couldn't hunt for those. Nonetheless, if I had to hunt for all those materials on top of, you know, having to do that, there's zero playtime. There's zero fun. There's zero, you know. But again, this is something they've got to do for the health of the game, and I believe Starr is again intentionally leaving it that vague, because the minute we start saying, "Well, you can do this," then they're going to find another loophole, and you can do that.
Oh, absolutely, and
basically,
that's where I said D-bad
Don't
works.
be a dick.
Yeah,
that's right.
As soon as you start like abusing anything, that is going to be an exploit of some sort. So it's like, if you have to use a macro to assist you to cast a buff or two, that's not going to be something that gets you banned. It's one when you're doing it to exploit the game and exploit the game mechanics, that's where it's going to get you banned. So
absolutely.
Yeah, and so it's the quantity of the abuse.
Now, if you can sit there unmolested at a control point shooting arrows at NPCs, gaining skill all day, and all you got to do is have somebody restock your arrows all day, that's an exploit. Yeah. If you're sitting there doing something where you're, you know, repeating the same thing over and over on a quest and you're gaining buku experience points, that's an exploit. Yeah.
Now,
if you're harvesting a couple hundred water to water your crop, I don't see that as being an exploit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you read my mind.
But of course, we got to look at it. You're
if you
harvesting the water to plant your.
If you harvest
Crowd
like
advantage.
50,000 water and then you turn around and you sell 10,000 of that and you use the other 40,000, that's probably an exploit.
Yeah, well,
And
don't see
just
anybody
because
buying water,
quantity.
but
yeah.
I know it happens. People buy the weirdest things out here.
Hey, I'm tempted to, since I do have my wishing well right on the lot, turn around and start harvesting some water and then put it up for sale. Just because.
Well, you know, I had an interesting idea. We may just
Time
do
is
this
money.
on Friday. I think maybe Friday we'll just take the whole show, and you and I will just go make some pulp.
Oh,
And do
yeah,
nothing but
the
talk
entire-
about making pulp for an entire hour and just really hammer home the point of what it takes, just an hour's worth, and then repetitively just play that over the weekend. Nothing but that over the weekend. All you will see is somebody making pulp all week. So this is the thought for Friday's show. So if you guys are interested in a very interesting show, I would say tune in Friday, because it may be really interesting, or it may be very freaking boring.
The wood pulping show.
Yes. Welcome to Wood Pulp 101 with Laz
Well,
and Jack.
the real question is, should I do the wood pulping on my pulper, which has something like 90 something skill, or should I do it on this account, since I have been known to do both of them, which only has 83 milling?
I don't know, as I've got about 80 and 90 on both my characters as well, because that's all they fucking do all day. But
yeah, I mean, it's like I have a character that's the only thing he's ever done besides turning wood scrap, or turning items into wood scrap, and then turning scrap into pulp. That's the only thing that character's ever done.
I got an account just for that. And when you get to the point where you got to have an account just for that, we're starting to have a problem. But we've got them. But, again, having multiple monitors is nice. A lot of people these days where they can do that. They can have one machine where they're doing one thing, one machine doing another. I've been known to run 4 and 5 instances doing different things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was one of the first ones to actually post in the official forums how to run multiple game clients at the same time, because people didn't believe that I could actually run 4 or 5 characters at the same time. And I was doing that for the hat quests. I would actually
exactly. That's when we started really doing it, was with the hat quest, because we could use the zone command back then. It was very, very efficient to travel at that point too.
It was a lot faster, and
Although I do miss the days of level 5 naked running up the tower to Shut-Eye Eye to get all the loot that used to be up there. But those will be stories for 10 years from now.
Hey,
you remember when?
I miss buying scrolls from Shandy for 30 gold and selling them for
30 gold a
150.
piece. Yeah.
Now my profit margin is nowhere near as good.
Yeah, the profit margin is nowhere near what we used to make.
Yeah, no.
But that's okay. Hey, we picked our market, and we do pretty damn well in our market. That's right. And I'm not complaining about it.
No.
So again, comments, audience. So you guys have been awfully quiet this freaking week. I don't know what the hell's with y'all. Y'all still drunk and hungover from the holidays? What's going on with all you guys? I got a list of yous in here, and nobody's talking. Most common answer given: we didn't want to interrupt the show.
Well, Sid was bubbling it up.
Yes,
I do get to see Sid next week.
Oh, is Sid coming to visit?
Yeah, Sid is bringing his wife as well, so it will be like a mini Hobloth reunion.
Very nice. Yes, and we were going to see them also at SodaCon.
Wait.
Speaking of which,
look who's on screen.
Ooh,
It's
holy
Justin.
crap.
What the hell?
And she's wearing the new.
Yeah, she is a little princess. So
new outfit. Ooh, pretty. We must get up and look.
Yeah, I just examined.
With her fan.
I like how if you examine her.
I think she's making a statement to her friend Gix over there, because she went right in front of him, and that umbrella is not looking pretty hanging down by her side.
Well, to me, she's got it open, so yeah.
Yes, but it should be up in the air, should it not?
It is up in the air on my screen.
Oh, I don't see it up in the air. That's why.
It's up in the air on my screen too.
See, I think
Visual
Laz's
effects
computer is
bug.
just broke.
By the way, Matt just messaged you in Discord.
What? Who did he message?
Everybody.
Just
he's
working
just
here.
working.
Just working
working.
here. Yeah.
It's working. Fixing those visual effect bugs. We
Yeah,
need more. We
it's all
need
good.
we need
It's all
some.
good.
We need some more ballet.
Hey. Pirouettes.
And I want to make sure that the men's bulge looks very big in the ballet pants, please.
Yeah, we need the formal request for the cod piece.
Yes. The cod piece for
The cod piece, just because I want the one that was worn when we watched Faust by
yes.
by Satan, because that cod piece
great
was
stuff.
fucking awesome.
Great stuff. That's right.
Matt says ballet takes a long time.
I'm sure it does.
Oh yeah, it's got to get all the moves down. He's got to look at a lot of people in leotards for a very long time to make sure that he animates them correctly.
Yeah.
A lot of frolicking.
Should we go into
He
the
has to watch
detail of
Black
what
Swan
these guys
over and
do
over and over again.
for research? Now, when they put the cat into the game, they like 2 weeks worth of cat videos just so they can get the cat's mannerisms down.
Well,
so I'm
because
assuming he's going to be
they have
watching
to
a
get
lot
them,
of ballet.
They have to get the muscles and the licking and all of that.
They've
has
got to
be
get the
done.
hind leg up so he can go down and lick his nuts properly.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I still debate the decision to do the nose pick with the pinky like this, because that's not how I pick my nose. So
No, you got to get in there and dig, man. You got to get the big finger in there. But
The
let's
pinky is not adequate.
move right along. We do some other events and stuff to talk about here in the short time that we do have.
Matt says he could probably perform a ballet recital for you at this point. He's seen so many videos.
I
yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah. We have no doubt. Now, of course, we love the dedication they put into it. And Justin, why are you photobombing the whole shot there?
she wants the butt slap emote,
Be-
and she's protesting until she gets the butt slap.
Oh, no, okay, I'm not reading that, but yes, we need a butt. We need the booty dance. That's what we need. We need the booty dance. This will make the girls happy.
Now, by the booty dance, do you want them to be twerking or not?
No, doing the butt, right? The guy gets up behind and does whoop, whoop, the butt slap. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
booty
not the
dance.
that's not the type of butt slap that Justin's looking for.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's like the head slap and slap.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But
I don't know what you're
moving
talking about.
right along. Where do we want to go?
Well, we've got 12 minutes left, and we
Yes,
have
yes,
some new
I got it.
information for people about regarding the calendar.
Yeah, hang on a second.
So we do have to move along.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to see if we were still in the same situation, and we are, but we are not. So let's move on to the daily calendar.
Yeah, now, there was a significant change to the calendar because the Avatar's Circle website is down still, so this is 3 days straight where it has been down. And
for the second time in as many months.
Yeah, and the last time it went down was a couple months ago. And this is something that we do consistently. So Laz has decided that, you know what? I'm going to host the damned community calendar.
Well, at least our version of it, and I have
Our
all the
version,
information. So, I just, as much as I hate to say it, not being able to rely on another resource out there just really hurts. But we use this as part of our daily grind. Then, of course, information into this as well. But if you guys want to be included, you still have access to the other calendars. You can still ask us to put it on the calendars, but if you want to be included, let me know you got a Google Calendar and I'll add you to this one. We'll get that updated ASAP. Only one I'm missing is Bellic DeCali. I sent him a message and said, hey, give me an update. Let me know so I can get his fights up in there.
And the Bear Tavern stuff. But you went ahead and you added all of the other calendars that we could find and added them, including a little bit of everything. So this is now known as the Shroud of the Avatar Community Calendar. It is a Google Doc that is hosted on nbnn.info, and I believe it's in the app as well, isn't it?
It should show up in the app under calendars. That's right.
Yes,
correct.
Yeah,
the links to the correct page. So,
yeah. So remember, today is January 4th. If you're watching this in repeats, so don't forget that we do have the SodaCon tickets.
I want to point out the SodaCon tickets up top will be up there every day. And as time goes by, you will notice those things will change. If the cloaks get exhausted, it will change to exhausted. The early bird tickets are only on sale for a certain amount of time, and when those go, the price goes up. So keep an eye on that calendar. The birds go out, the price goes up, and it'll tell you what the next one is. So we've got all sorts of events. We got all sorts of the same coverage, but we're adding all this information. As well as we're trying to keep it as up to date and reliable as possible. So thank you for sticking with it.
And so if you are listening in on WRFB, you know that there are two idiots that do a show at noon, 3, 6, and midnight around the clock where they don't even know how to read the news or interpret it correctly on Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Lunch. That is right. For those of you guys who do not know, the name of our show is
Lunch with Laz and Jack. Lunch.
We just found that out ourselves, but
we've only been saying it for a year and a half or so. So at 4 o'clock on Avatars Radio, we do have Max the Owl and Elgarian doing their Legion of Myth, and this is a rebroadcast of an earlier show. At 7:30 this evening, if you are interested in some PvP,
thank you.
That's right. You can join the EVL Virtue League PvP tournament. Season 4 is wrapping up, so you might want to go out and check out those fights. And maybe we'll even get Jade back in here and give us an update. At 8 o'clock, you do need to turn your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia. That is WRFB. For DJ Eclipse Maiden with Unmedicated Schizophrenia, Part 1.
Part 1.
That's right. And while you're listening to Radio Free Britannia, that's right. While you're listening to Radio Free Britannia, you do need to go to Striker Sparhawks Happy Hour, which takes place at some bar somewhere. But the important thing is that Striker Sparhawks opens up a tab for everybody and lets everybody get virtually drunk on his dime, and it's known as
Spend Sparhawks Gold.
That's right. Our favorite event of the week, just because we get virtually drunk and someone else foots the bill.
Spending other people's money. That's right.
And that is our community calendar for this January 4th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Don't be avatarded. Yes, and that's our community calendar. Yay!
Yay! That's right. Why didn't the claps? Is it clap one, clap two?
Cough, cough, cough.
There you go. Thank you, Sid. We do appreciate it. And of course, that brings us to events and stuff going on around town. Of course, that is the community calendar, but don't forget these upcoming events we've got on right now. You can go out to sodagusball.com and register your team for the events that are starting here in 20 21st. I got to get back to the home button there. We have 2 teams registered right now, and the preseason tournament starts Saturday, January 21st at 4:30 New Britannia time in Virtue Oasis. So go check those good folks out. Go to sodagusball.com to register.
And gusball is one of my favorite sports just because it is just rife with a little bit of innuendo.
Just enough innuendo for us to have all sorts of fun with. That's right.
Just the tip.
And then, of course, let's not forget about SodaCon. SodaCon. Is SodaCon. You can go register for tickets, and cloaks are now on sale. You go to sodaconaustin.org. Click on the register button. You can get to the event. Right, it's now got 29 people attending here. Only a couple days into registration, and already about 30 people registered to go. 29. Again, this is going to be open till I believe August or September. Our ticket sales are going to be available. I'll get more information on that, and then it's going to get tight. So go get your tickets early. Make sure you got a place, and this is going to help us be able to coordination center all laid out and tell you what kind of goodies that we're all going to be able to get for some swag while we're at SodaCon Austin 2017.
And don't forget that on there is also some swag already, including hoodies, hats, and shirts.
Yes, you can check out the which link is that?
It's on exhibitors right now.
Exhibitors link, that's right, and that'll bring you to the store. We are hosting as well, so if you want your SodaCon swag and there's anything you don't see out there right as of yet, drop us a line. Use one of the contact informations on sodaconaustin.org and get in touch with us. Tell us what you'd like to see, because this is your event for you, and we want you guys to have the swag that you want. So, and of course, that brings us to our sponsors, the good folks who help keep us doing this day in, day out, and out and in and in and out. And of course, we got our good friends on, well, we got WRFB, of course, bringing new plays all day, every day, 5 days a week, except on weekends, where, of course, they just play all the music for your listening enjoyment and pleasure. Don't forget to check out WRFB does have a request system in place. If you want to hear something, you can use the request system. Go check it out, pick it, and listen to what you want to hear, not what the radio's playing for you. Don't you love that kind of stuff? Our good friends over at Arkansshire Markham Farms, located in Dorns Keep, just south of Central Brittany, for all your produce, ale, carrots, cotton, and more. And if you need it quick, check out their store at shroudmarketplace.com. Don't forget, the Grimy Traders Auction House is now open. If you're tired of just seeing PM me and you want to throw a real auction, go out to grimytraders.com and start your own auction. Sign-up's free. It's a buyer's premium, so go check it out. Our good friends, the BMC Guild, want you to come Market Road, located at Black Rock Cove. What's your problem? You're laughing so hard.
I'm laughing because it's like I don't know where you are. It's like the other day we talked about, hey, what order the advertisers are going to go in, and you just
the advertisers don't come up in order anymore. So I
can tell you exactly how to reset that after the show, so that way it starts from the beginning.
You could have done that before the show, you bastard. But anyway,
I figured you'd never
got most of this memorized.
Yeah.
It's just that if I'm watching it while it's rolling on the screen and I'm on the wrong advertiser, it fucks me up. So.
Yeah, so keep going.
The BMC wants you to come check out Market Road down at Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell area, right next to the Exeter Pines for you, your convenience. Go check them out. All the materials at regular low prices, so that you don't have to go shopping around. That's right. What a train wreck. But now we're just going to wait for them to get in sync and say, screw that noise. Now. And, of course, our good friend Jacob White over at sodamap.com. Sodamap is true So British, I've heard them with my own 2 ears. And now introducing Soda Navigator. Soda Navigator for all your travel needs. Our friend Ben over at Relics by Rild, relicsbyrild.com for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag. T-shirts, hats, patches, glassware, comic books, coins, and more. Use NDNN, save yourself 10% off when you check out at relicsbyrild.com. And last but not least, our good friends over at the Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com, for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack.
Yes, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. So if you are interested in becoming a vendor and selling your unneeded or extra items, or hey, you know what, I want to get rid of everything because I need a couple extra bucks, you can register as a vendor after you click on the register button at the top, and then just click on the vendor registration on the left-hand side, and you can get rid of your items that you don't need to play the game. Just like that Kobold 3-story with open deck townhome that was just added to the marketplace. So, or if you're looking for an Obsidian Tower townhome, Obsidian Tower village home, you can find all that stuff, or artisan tools. You know, it's all going to be there.
You find a little bit of everything, including in-game gold.
In-game gold, there's Crowns of the Obsidian that are actually cheaper than the add-on store. I mean, you can find a little bit of everything on Shroud Marketplace, and it's up to other vendors to place it up there. So a little bit of everything. So different shops have different prices, so you do get to shop around a little bit.
Absolutely. ShroudMarketplace.com for all your vendable needs. Shroud. Yeah, we got to wrap it up, folks. We're running a little bit late today, and of course, we'll be back as usual tomorrow with more here on NBNN. Yes,
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happenings, people not hitting their cues, and anything else we can get here inside Shroud of the Avatar. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us, folks. And we'll see you all tomorrow.
Cues.
Q.
What the hell? We have to really thank the people watching out on Twitch, YouTube, and listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do this show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. We love you.
We forgot that. Whoops.
Yeah, and
Discord.
And your mic is still occasionally cutting out.
What a train wreck.
What a train wreck.